Welcome, guys. Welcome to the collective reading for why am I feeling stuck? Why am I feeling blocked? And for everyone, the reason why you're feeling blocked or the feeling of feeling blocked, feeling stuck in the situations that you are in, the relationships that you are in, will be different for everyone. So, with saying that, guys, please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sadie, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Don't forget to like the message if it resonates with you. Comment below, share it. I don't know why I feel led to do this particular message, or this particular spread, but I did, and so we're gonna go with it. I think a lot of people are feeling stuck these days, and it's not really, I don't really know why. It's just a feeling, right? People feel stuck in the careers they're in, they feel stuck in their jobs, they feel stuck in their relationships that they have outgrown, they feel stuck in their family situations. Some of you feel stuck in family situations that you have outgrown, you have rise above. You might feel stuck in your traumas, or you're stuck in your habits in your own mind. Or it could be where you feel physically stuck or blocked, right? You feel blocked from your blessing. You feel blocked from moving up in your career. You feel blocked from having or becoming having a child, or becoming a family with someone, or meeting a life partner, or whatever. You just feel like things are moving at a snail's pace, if they're moving at all. And so that's the feeling I've been meditating on for a while now. I've certainly been there where I felt stuck. I felt blocked from what I was trying to achieve or trying to move away from. And I've learned so much from those moments. You know, it's the word that no one likes to say, but the P word, patience, is a horrible word. Because who wants to be patient when they really, really want something? They've really been working hard at getting or obtaining something that they really want. No one wants to hear patience, but that is key. The other thing is, sometimes, guys, we have the illusion of being blocked or stuck in something because there is more to learn, there's more to gain in that situation. And spirit will not have you move until you have learned all the things they needed you to learn in order to be better for it, right? To grow from it. So when you go into your next situation, regardless if that's a relationship or a new company or to start your own business, whatever it is, to manifest whatever you want to manifest, you have to learn what you need to learn in your relationship, in that current situation, because you do not want to wait. You don't want to be in your new situation and then a month from then you end up sliding back into some old habit or some outdated thinking. Or for those of you who you have outgrown relationships, you don't want to be repeating these patterns over and over and over and over again. You want to learn what you needed to learn and get the hell out, right? And never go back to that. And so that's just one perspective of it. And there's so many, guys. Like, I can talk to you about this all day. But I've already pulled your cards for this reading, and it will be I will be taking reversals. So we're going to jump into this, guys. And we're going to look, your first two cards are, where are you now? Like, what are you doing now? Why do you feel stuck now? Okay. So your first two cards, wow, is the reverse Five of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. Let me pull that up so you guys can see it closely. Some of you feel like there's not enough options. If this is you with the Seven of Cups, this could be you feeling like the people, the partners you have encountered, whether this is through dating or a long-term relationship that you've been in or have been seeking, the options are just trash, or you just feel as though there's not enough there's not enough valuable options as far as partnerships. If this is you looking for love, if you feel blocked from love, or you feel as though the people you have dated have been just out of hasn't been what you wanted it to be, right? It's going to be different. But what I'm feeling with the Seven of Cups is that some of you feel as though the options you have gotten lately or been dealing with lately have been absolutely not good for you, or you've been feeling as though there's something about I don't know if some of you have been dealing with people who have taken you for granted. That's what I'm hearing too. Feeling like you've been taken for granted, feeling like it's just the options have been ridiculous. Like it's been laughable. You've been in relationships even and you felt single. That's what I'm feeling. If this is love, if you've been feeling blocked or stuck from getting love or getting in a relationship that's healthy. Some of you have been dealing with some people who cheat on you, who lie to you, who have really, I don't know, like I'm feeling this really excuse me, because I'm like feeling as though this Seven of Cups is really speaking to someone who has been through some shit, right? It's like no other way of saying it, guys. So I'm getting a little stuck on it because it's just as simple as that for me with this. So if this is love, a lot of you have been like defaulting just to being single because like you're tired of the options that are out there. And with the Five of Pentacles, feeling locked out of opportunities financially, your abundance feels minimum, right? You feel like, okay, you make maybe good enough money, but you don't make an abundance. You feel like your abundance have been very lackful. You feel as though it's just not a lot coming towards you lately. You might feel as though you've been in this holding pattern. Some of you have been anticipating a promotion and haven't gotten it. You've been anticipating your resume having a lot of returns and haven't gotten any calls or emails about it, or you've been getting a lot of like, we're sorry to tell you, emails or phone calls. I feel like where you are now is that you feel locked out of either gaining employment or gaining a high level of employment, feeling really like things are just not going your way. And wow, some of you feel really abandoned by partners or family members too, I'm feeling. There's this energy here of some of you could be waiting for something or someone to rescue you. That's what I'm feeling here. Some of you could be waiting for And when I say someone or something, I mean like if you've been waiting for like an employment situation to get better, I don't know if, say, if you are at a job right now where you've been waiting for a promotion, guys, I don't think it's coming in that job. If I'm being honest, I don't feel it there. Okay. I don't feel as though you are going to get what you want out of that company or out of that job. I feel like it's somewhere else, honestly. Let's just be really real here. I feel if you're waiting for that company to promote you, I don't feel like they're going to do it. And if they do, it's not anytime soon. Okay? And I don't know if you need to waste your time there. I feel like there's something else for you. Okay? If this is employment or you've been feeling blocked from being promoted or moving up in your company or whatever it is for you. Wow. And when it comes to love, yeah, I feel like I said before, I feel like if you've been feeling like your choices, whether you are interested in men or women, it doesn't matter, have been very lackful, or the people you have encountered have been trash. They have been very like not suitable people. Maybe they are players, like they play a lot of games, or like they play a lot of mind games. I'm hearing, I'm feeling like they play a lot of head games with you in the past. And so a lot of you are like, screw that. I'm not going to put myself back out there. I'm going to be single. I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to try to grow my money. It's just different for all of you. But with those two cards, that's what I'm feeling strongly. Okay. So when we look at what you guys want to or need to do as far as getting out of your out of this block situation or feeling stuck, you have the 5 of Cups. Sorry, the 6 of Cups. I feel like some of you need to look back. Okay, so with the 6 of Cups, I feel like some of you need to look back at something from your past, something in your childhood that might, like if you've been picking, let's go back a little bit, okay? If you, in the 7 of Cups, if you're feeling like now as a grown adult, you've been having partners that have been liars, cheaters, manipulating you. You've been dealing with a lot of narcissistic people. There's something in your past that might guide you to where that started, right? So we invite the energy that we're at, right? So that's hard to say, right? Because you don't want to, no, not saying that you're a narcissist, not saying that you're a liar or a cheater, but something about this energy is very familiar, right? Like that liar, that cheater energy, that narcissistic energy, something about that was very familiar to you. And I feel like for a lot of you, if this is love or partnership or friendships even, something about that was very familiar. And I feel like it dates back to like a parent or a guardian or I don't know, some religious beliefs, even something in your childhood taught you that this was going to be that this almost like it was acceptable, right? So maybe you saw in your partnerships that were not great. Maybe you saw signs, right, prior to getting really deep into the relationship with them, and you ignored it. Maybe you thought, no, they'll change, or something about them will improve, or whatever it is. You saw something like that when you were a child. It's as simple as that. You saw Maybe you saw your mom and dad, right? Or your parents, whoever raised you, you saw that behavior be acceptable, and so you accepted that now. And whether you decided, okay, I'm not dealing with that, I'm going to be single, sometimes that's not enough, guys, right? Like, so it's not enough to say, I'm going to stay single. You have to stay, you can stay single for sure, but are you working on this past trauma or this past friction or the behaviors that got you here to the Seven of Cups, to the Five of Pentacles? Did you work on those things, right? Don't just stay single, don't just Netflix by yourself. Really, there's a need here for me to tell you to dive a bit deeper, right? So, like, it's going to be different for everyone. Some of you, it's going to be as simple as meditating every day and really talking to your inner child and getting that child out and, ripping it up from the root and really getting down to business and understanding your inner workings and why you do the things you do and, really dissecting your behaviors. Some of you are able to do that. Some people are not, right? Some people need to go to a professional or seek help or whatever it is. But I feel like the energy of feeling blocked, the energy of feeling stuck in, if this is a love relationship, or feeling like you've been picking the same partner over and over, it dates back to childhood. It dates back to your first home that you lived in. Somewhere in your childhood taught you about these people that you were going to meet. And they inform you in how you date it, how you pick your partners, guys. And that's just one option. If this is not love and this is you feeling blocked from a job or feeling blocked in your career, in your professional development, maybe some of you, if this is like career or anything like that, guys, maybe this is you feeling like there's one way of doing this career thing, right? Like some of you might have felt like a lot of people, right? Like you grow up and they tell you when you grow up, you go to school, you get a good job, you pay the bills, and then you die, and then life's a bitch. Like that's the norm, right? Like a lot of people have that mentality because that's where they come from, right? Like that's what was given to them. And so I feel like a lot of you might feel like you're in jobs or in companies or in careers, or you might be in college and don't want to be there. You don't feel like you're meant to be there. You don't feel connected to your career, or your money feels as though it's just like you've been making the same, let's say $30,000 for like 6 years. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous number, I know, but I'm just giving an example of feeling like you've been feeling as though these things are concrete, like this is the way life is supposed to be, and you've been spoon fed this all of your life, or you've been seeing it since you were a youth and seeing that, thinking that's the only way of doing things. That's the only life you can live. And I'm feeling as though the reason why you could be feeling blocked, the reason why you feel stuck, is because you have been thinking that way. You've been feeling as if there's only one way of going about obtaining abundance or obtaining financial freedom, right? So you think that you can only work one job, or you have to work 3 jobs in order to, you have to slave away, you have to work yourself to the bone, you have to, commute 3 hours to this ridiculous commute just to get, a paycheck. And I feel like Spirit is saying, no, like, let's wake you up from that, right? Let's get you out of that mentality, thinking there's so many ways to earn. There's so many ways to live. It doesn't have to be, college, work, die, boom, right? It can be, maybe you will work. Maybe you'll on the weekends you'll do something else with your time. You'll be building up your brand. You'll be solidifying yourself as far as like going back to school or taking the classes that you've always wanted to take. Some of you are in school for things that you don't even give a F about. Like, let's just be real. Like, you don't want to be there for that. You want to do something totally different. And it's something about you feeling as though this is your responsibility. This is what you have to do in order to get ahead. You have to finish that, I don't know, nursing degree, or you have to finish that law degree, whatever it is. It's almost as if you have never been told that anything could be different, right? Like it's no other way of doing it. So what I'm feeling here is that you need to re-evaluate how you go about the life that you want to live. You are able to create the reality, guys. Like, seriously, this is a real serious thing here. You can create whatever reality you want, seriously. If you're willing to work that hard for that degree that you don't want, imagine if you put that effort into something that you did want, right? Imagine if you didn't live by what your family told you you had to live by, the values that they were brought up on, right? Because a lot of us who are of a certain age, we know that our parents just come from a different generation, right? The grandparents, whoever you were raised by. And so they don't have the same, their history is different from ours, guys. And we're living in a different time, right? So if you've been feeling like your money has been stagnant, right? You've been feeling blocked from abundance. You feel like your money is just like, it's like there's never extra. There's always like living just to the line, right? Like living paycheck to paycheck. What can you do? Spirit is saying, what are your talents? What are your abilities? What are you good at, right? What can you do to make you more money, or what can you do to earn more income? What is in your environment that you are good at, that you can do to expand, right? To expand your income, to expand your knowledge. If you are not proficient in something that you want to learn, how can you make time in your schedule to take an online class, right? To learn about the thing that you've always wanted to learn about. Some of you, I don't know, some of you may have wanted to learn how to paint, right? Or to do some type of artwork or whatever. How can you incorporate that into your schedule so you can feel more abundant? Sometimes when we are really creative, guys, and we're thriving in our creativity and our intuition is thriving, that's when abundance really comes in, because you're just vibrating so high. And that's where abundance live. It doesn't live in the stinking thinking, right? Like that's what they call it, right? Where, you're just like, I'm, down on my luck. I'm feeling blocked. Nothing good comes to me. This is how life is. Life is bullshit. If you're always in that energy, yeah, you're going to get more of that. That's exactly what life is going to keep giving you. But if you evaluate the situation, guys, and you really sit in it and understand that abundance doesn't come from people, that money doesn't come from people, it comes from spirit, it comes from God, then you will understand that it's unlimited, right? And so there's so many ways that you can do this thing. So we're going to look at your major block now, right? Because I think I spent a lot of time on that. I'm sorry, but it was just so much to say, and I could actually keep going. But we're going to look at what is your major block now. Wow, what did I say about this thinking, right? And I don't really like that terminology, but whatever. Like, it's just the attitude of not being grateful, not seeing things clearly, vibrating at a very low energy, telling yourself lies, allowing your mind to be your mind and just roam, and not putting any structure to your mind and not giving it boundaries. People don't believe that you can give your mind boundaries, but you absolutely can, right? You can say, I'm not having that thought today. Like, you might wake up in the morning and you feel like, damn, I don't really want to go today. I don't really want to go to work, or I don't really want to go to school, or I don't really want to deal with these kids, whatever it is. You can tell your mind to stop. You can say, nope, I'm not having that thought today, and jump to, like, have a thought stored. Like, this is how I do it, okay? I have my thoughts, my happy thoughts, quote unquote, stored, right? Ready on go. So when I have a really nasty thought, or a thought that's not vibrating at a high frequency, I insert those saved thoughts and I say, nope, today is going to be an awesome day. Today is going to be a great day. I'm going to meet all of the abundance that I was meant to meet today. Whatever it is, it's going to be different. But with the devil coming out and what your major block is, that is you. That's your anxiety. That's your environment. Even I would even argue to say that this is related to a family. This could be even family telling you what you should be doing, how you should be going about, limiting you to their limitations, right? Bringing you down to their level, making you feel like, well, that's the life that I live. I'm just grateful to have a job, and not really, and trying to bring you down to that, right? You feel in your gut, you feel in your intuition that there's more meant for you, like there's so much more. You feel it. I mean, that's why you're on this channel. That's why you have probably been watching tarot for a long time, because you know that there's more. And this devil energy, this limited, cruddy thinking, guys, doesn't suit you anymore. You have outgrown it. You have outgrown the career that you're in. You have outgrown the relationships you've been dealing with, your own behaviors, right? So we can't always put these, I like to throw that out there. We can't always put these situations on family, right? Because when we get to a certain stage in our life, we are responsible for taking out the trash, right? We are responsible for our own thinking, what we do, how we change the traumas that we've been through, how we delegate life's misfortunes. And so I also feel the energy of you. This could be your own thinking. You could be keeping yourself, if you want to say what is your biggest block, it could be your own self-limited beliefs about how you earn your income, about the partners that you are capable of meeting. Have you been looking at yourself? Have you been understanding the behaviors that you exhibit in your relationships, right? And how that informs the partners that you meet, and how you react to situations when they come up, right? It's going to be so different for everyone. So if I didn't say it already, take what resonates. The situation is different, but the groundwork isn't, right? The core of it isn't. What have you been deciding about your situation that you feel stuck in? Can you change those thoughts about it? Can you argue can you take a different position in that argument? Sometimes if we are feeling stuck and we have a argument in our head that this is how it's going to be, can you play another role in that and argue against that thought? Sometimes you really have to be that visual, right? This is where great imagination comes in handy, guys, when we're dealing with the devil energy. Imagination helps you get out of very bad situations, whether within your own head or in actual situations with things or people. A great imagination, guys, takes you far. It not only helps you manifest the things that you want, it also helps you get out of ridiculous thinking of that you're nothing, or you feeling like life is shit, or your life is shit, or that people are shit. Some people really go around with that kind of thinking, that people are shit, like I'm not dealing with people, or whatever it is. Can you take a different position? Can you use your imagination to play the different role, like a movie, right? You play two characters and really argue against that thought that keeps coming up, that tells you that this is how it's going to be. I'm always going to have shitty partners. I'm always going to be in a job that pays me less than what I deserve. I can never go back to school. Where the hell will I find the time? How am I going to really do what I really want to do when I have obligations to all these people, right? I see the Seven of Cups as people too, where we feel obligated to all these different things. We feel like we need to be here for this person. We need to be here for this thing. These people need me. I need to do this, right? We feel spread thin. We feel fragmented. There's energy all over the place, and nothing is intentional, right? So also Spirit is saying we need to be more intentional, guys. We need to set boundaries with our thoughts, with the people in our lives. If you need to go back to school, if you need to go to therapy to deal with your issues, that is fine. That is very important. That's more important than anything, because dealing with our issues, dealing with our traumas will get us to the next level in our careers, because we'll figure out what we really, really, really want. Some of us don't like therapy. Fine. What can you do? Can you journal? Can you spend at least 20 minutes out of every day journaling, getting your thoughts out on paper, dissecting it and looking it over and connecting the dots? Can you pray? Can you meditate? Can you do all the above? Right? Sometimes it needs to be that intense, because on the surface we won't be able to see how deep it goes, right? Or we'll be able to say, this person did this thing to me, and that's why if they wouldn't act that way, I wouldn't have that reaction. But that's you giving too much power over to that person or that situation. Your job can only control how much they pay you. They cannot control how much you earn, guys. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, as I like to say. You don't want to say, this is how it's always going to be, because guess what? That's how it's always going to be. We want to challenge this devil. We want to challenge the thoughts of restriction and lackful thinking, scarcity mindset around abundance, and scarcity mindset around love. That is, with these two cup cards, guys, this very much could be about love, right? It's like a half and half thing here for me. So, and that's the energies that I'm feeling strongly. And if this is about love, some of you have been picking people who you feel connected to because someone along the way taught you that that behavior was okay, right? They taught you that it's okay if they, do that. It's okay if they do that. And it's not. And you feel it. And so that's why the relationship doesn't last. Because if you were okay with it, you would be in these relationships for the rest of your life. And you wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be resonating with this. Right? You'll be in the clouds, not really seeing things. But something is pulling at you. Something is telling you that something is not right here. I don't feel respected. I feel like he's manipulating me. I feel like she's manipulating me. I feel like he's lying. I feel like she's lying. I feel like I'm always being taken for granted. Some of you feel like a dumping ground, right? Where people come, you are being this your nice self. You're trying your best to be everything to them, and they leave you with a ton of shit, and they go on about their lives. It's a lot of shadow here. And when I say shadow, I mean there's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done. And we're going to take a look at some archetypes, some shadow archetypes, to see if we can dig into what shadow work you could be dealing with. And when I say shadow work, guys, it's just like going through the dark night of the soul, right? Digging deep, understanding the wounds that we have. The wounds that we have and the wounds that we inflict upon others, because we are not perfect, right? And hurt people, and we can go on and on about the psychology behind things. But at its core, guys, there's what people do to us and what we allow people to do to us, right? And when we get older, it's what we allow people to do to us. When we were kids, right? When we were kids, we had no choice. We were at the mercy of the people who were in charge of us. And now, as a grown person, you can challenge this devil energy, guys. You can understand your behavior so you can get better and do better and have more abundance in your life, and abundance in love, abundance in your finances, abundance in your friendships, and your networking people and the people you associate with, even your boss, right? People don't think that you can have a boss that's fantastic or a boss that's great and treats you good. That is a lie. I even feel like if you connect with the energy of abundance, if you vibrate at a higher function or a higher level, then you bring into even your boss will be vibrating that high with you, right? Because energy matches energy, okay? So we're going to take a look at how do you get there? How do you get out of with this last card? And then we're going to pull some more cards, guys, some oracle cards. But with this last tarot card, we're going to take a look at how do you get there? How do you get from this devil energy, from this Six of Cups energy, and feeling locked out of your blessing, feeling locked out of the next level in your career or in love or in your emotional state. How do you get there, right? And let's take a look. You have, so we know this as the Five of Cups, right? And it's funny because we go from the 5 to the 6 to the 7. And I just have to point that out, that this is definitely a progressing energy, right? This is a energy that's going up, 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 up. So that's a good look, right? Because eventually you leave the ship behind with the 8 of Cups and you are like done. You're like tired of it. You had enough and you're ready to move on to the next level. But how do you get there? You leave stuff that no longer serves you with the 5 of Cups. How do you stop perpetuating the same drama or having the same drama into your life, or move beyond the restrictive behaviors and situations in your life? You have to walk away. The thing I love about the 8 of Cups, and we did not pull that here, guys, so I'm just talking about it. The 8 of Cups in the tarot, and any tarot, mostly any deck, I should say, you see the person walking away from the cups. And the 5 of Cups, I've always found annoying is that he's standing there staring at the cups that he's lost, right? Instead of walking away. And there's power in walking away, right? There's power in walking away from things that have been holding us back. And here, he's like more about like, oh, look at these 3 cups that fell, right? Like, look at these things that I have lost. Look at these, look at, like almost that self-pity, almost that, oh, woe is me, right? And not understanding that there's so much stuff waiting on the horizon, if you can see. Let me turn around just for this example, right? There's like a city there where he can get more cups. You can get more love. You can get more self-love. You can earn more money. You see the 2 of Cups. He's just ignoring the 2 of Cups. He's not doing anything. He's just standing there staring down and not really moving backwards or forwards, just standing there, right? Complacent. And so I feel like Spirit is saying is that the power lies in you walking away from it. And you understanding your own power, understanding the power of the universe, understanding that as soon as you make the decision to walk away that from lackful energy, there's going to be something better waiting for you. Okay? There's going to be something better waiting for you, something that's going to serve your purpose, serve your highest good. Okay? I want to pull one final card for that. How do I get there? I'm going to pull a final card for the tarot, anyways. Okay. How do they get there, Spirit? What is waiting for them? Oh my gosh, okay. These cards don't want to shuffle. What is waiting for them? I love it. Strength. The Leo energy. Wow. So much strength. Some of you, and I feel that with the 5 of Pentacles there is that some of you feel very weakened. You feel tired. You feel like you want to give up. It's so funny. I felt that and I didn't say it, and I should have said it. The Strength card coming out to clarify the 5 of Cups there. This is definitely waiting for you on the other side of your hesitation of moving away from some issues from your childhood, from moving away from things that have been a burden to you. There's so much strength you've gained and you earn. I don't even know if you even see it as that. You might see it as, some of you might be in a situation where you feel like it's me, it's something wrong with me, and there may be things that you can change about yourself, but it doesn't mean that you deserve it, right? It doesn't mean that that's where you have to stay. That's, you don't have to stay in that mindset. You also don't have to stay in those situations, in those relationships, in that job, in that company, because you feel like you deserve it and that's all that you deserve, right? That is a trick of the mind. And so understand that there's so much strength waiting for you on the other side of feeling, of that feeling of feeling as though there's just nothing happening for you. You're always going to be blocked. You're always going to be stuck. You're stuck at the job. You're stuck in that relationship, or you're stuck being single, right? It's going to be different. But I do feel as though there's strength being gained, right? And we have to, it's all about perspective. We have to look at that. So instead of, it's literally looking at your strength instead of looking at the devil. Don't look at the devil, look at the strength. Understand that you have went through all you've went through, even when you were at the mercy of the people who raised you. You were even then gaining the strength for now, so you can walk into your full destiny, so you can walk into the things that were meant for you. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some archetypes now to see what shadow energies you guys could be also working with. I'm just going to pull 2. Shadow energies. You're not blocked, guys. It's just a trick of the mind. All right, so let's see. 2 cards. So we're going to take a look at the shadow attributes. Okay, so you have advocate and you have shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So I almost feel like, okay, first of all, let me pull the other card and then I'll get into it. I always get ahead of myself, right? So shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. Ooh, I like that. Some of you could be, we're going to look at the shadow and then we're going to look at the light attribute, right? With this inability to commit to a path once found, maybe some of you have, like I said, it's a reason why you clicked on this video. There's a reason why you've been maybe looking at tarot more recently, or just been searching for more insight. Is because you know what you're supposed to do. You have gained a certain amount of clarity, and you kind of figured out, maybe not fully, maybe of course not fully, maybe you are, but you have an inkling about something that you're supposed to be doing, a path that you can go down, help that you can get, people that you can call, situations that you can change. And maybe you have been like the 5 of Cups, right? Just not committing to go or stay. You just been going with the flow, going, you know what I feel like, going going about life unconsciously, right? Like going, maybe you've been just clocking in at your job, clocking out. It's kind of robotic is what I'm feeling here. Like you've just been in the flow and not going with you're not going with spirit. You're just, moseying along, unconscious, not really understanding that the purpose on your life is bigger, is greater. And so with this coming out, the seeker with the shadow attribute being that, you have to answer the call. You really, really do. Like there's a call on your life. And I'm not saying that you're going to become a light worker or a pastor or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. The call could be that you've been feeling as though you need to drop out of that school because you feel like you are supposed to be doing something else, or you need to change classes, or you need to leave the relationship, or at least take a break, or maybe you need to go to therapy. Maybe you need to finally have the conversation with someone who's been hurting you. Whatever it is, you've been getting insight into something and you've been ignoring it. Okay. And then with embracing negative causes or committed to causes for personal gain, some of you, this is going back to that devil energy is what I'm feeling, is that some of you have been embracing the negativity in some way. And so we think that embracing something has to be conscious, like you have to decide, right? It's not always like that. It can be unconscious. It can be like I said at some point during this message, is that you can believe that you deserve a certain thing, and it could be totally wrong, but you believe it so strongly because it hasn't been ingrained in you. You have been putting up with it for so long that you actually believe that that's what you deserve. And so, dedicating yourself to something that's bad is not uncommon, right? People dedicate themselves to things that are not good for them all the time. And so, what I feel with this advocate is that you need to be advocating for the strength, right? When I said stop looking at the devil card, look at the strength card, what about you advocate for yourself, right? Instead of advocating for the relationship that you don't want, that is you have outgrown, or that is causing you heart pain, or the job that has long been over, the dead end job, or the dead end situation you have been in for quite a long time. How about you advocate to and go hard for the things that will serve you your highest good, or to go after the things that will make you feel like you're living life and life is not wearing you out, right? So let's take a look at these light attributes. Okay, here it says inspires you to put compassion into action, and here thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So, and this is what I've been saying, guys, over and over, is that this is the reason why you were led to this message. This is the reason why you have been doing, maybe reading some books or soul searching, or just feel I've been feeling lately, feeling all throughout this video, I should say, or just lately, like a lot more people are spending more times inwardly, right? And trying to understand the things that are going on within them and in the world, and how everything relates to one another. And so a lot of you are seeking answers and trying to understand why you feel so blocked, why you feel so limited, why do you feel so stuck in things that you deserve better, or you don't deserve to be in. And I do feel this energy of you coming out of it. There's this energy here, though, of you refocusing your energy, refocusing what you focus on, if that makes sense. Okay? I want to see if there's anything else I'm pulling from these two cards, because I just felt all of a sudden I just felt real sadness come up. So some of you are feeling sad at this point in the message, or something just came up for me. So some of you are really considering this now. Like, oh yeah, there's something to this, because I've been feeling like, my own thinking has been out of control. Some of you have had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of things, maybe some troublesome dreams. I even, with the Seven of Cups, that's also my dream card. So some of you, with it coming out in reverse like that, some of you could have been having a lot of nightmares lately. A lot of nightmares. I don't know, that just came up, so I had to say it. You could have been feeling really restless and having nightmares, some scary dreams, or something that you feel like, some of you could have been feeling like you're being chased in a dream. Some of you have been feeling chased, or you've been getting chased in your dreams. Having reoccurring nightmares. So now I'm channeling, guys, because I'm just feeling like some of you have been having some really bad nightmares lately. And it's going to be, the nightmares, it can be anything, but it hasn't been good. You feel like you're every time you go to sleep, there's something agitated about your sleep. I don't know why I'm like harping on this right now, But that's what I'm feeling. Something about sleep, nightmares, and like not feeling rested, feeling really like you're tossing and turning with something. Something is trying to come up. I almost feel like you guys are having like some type of, like, something is trying to reach you in your sleep. Something is trying to penetrate your sleep to wake you up out of, in your waking life, trying to wake you and shake you out of whatever you've been dealing with, trying to wake you up out of your block and your stuck mentality. If I didn't say it already, if you're feeling blocked, it's just an illusion of the mind. It's the mind playing tricks on you. Okay? It's it's not real, guys. It's not real. It is not real. So we're gonna do a your next three blessings, guys. So let's see. Your next three blessings. I hope you guys are resonating with this message. If you are, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share this message so I can reach more people here on YouTube. And I want to take a look at your next three blessings. After you come out of this block, stuck feeling mentality, and thank you guys so much for joining this message. So you have a blessing for a mother. So some of you could be mothers, some of you could be parents. And I feel as though your next blessing, and some of you could be wanting to become mothers as well. I just got a little side message with that blessing now for a mother. So some of you could be feeling, some people believe, there's some people out there who don't believe in the science of having a baby, right? Like in vitro and things that we do now in order to conceive. Even adoption. Some people don't believe in adoption, right? Like you have to have a baby the natural, quote unquote, the normal way. And some of you might have been having that belief. And there's just so many ways to become a mother, so many ways to become a dad, so many ways to become a parent, okay? And so you could be having a blessing on that, changing the way you see that, how to become a parent, or the ways in which you can become a parent. Some of you have maybe siblings, or even, I don't know why I'm feeling this. Wow. Some of you could be having family members that need your guidance, need your mentorship. You don't have to become a biological parent is what I'm trying to say in order to be a parent, right? There's so many ways to become a parent. So that's just a side message. That's what I felt. But for those of you who are mothers or dads, because I know fathers watch this too, or men or whatever watch this too, I do feel like, I'm feeling like this could be a blessing on you as the parent, as the mother or the father, or my feminine energy out there. A blessing on you as a parent, or a blessing on your mother, right? And so you could be healing a relationship with your parent, with the mother figure in your life, the mother or the feminine energy that raised you, right? I don't, associate gender. I try not to associate gender with these cards. It's all about energy, guys. So, put it to your situation. You could be healing, a blessing on a healing of your relationship with that person, with the person who raised you, with this feminine energy that raised you. Or this could be a blessing on you. Maybe you need a blessing on how you deal with your kids. Maybe a lot of you are trying to stop this generational thing that's going on here, something that was passed down to you that was negative, or something you have been embracing that has not been serving you well. Some of you are trying to stop it at you, and you're trying to make sure your children somehow don't pick up those energies. And I feel like you're going to be successful at that. Okay. The next one is a blessing on your intuition. So some of you, if you've been feeling like your intuition have been a bit blocked lately, or feeling like, you know, there's like things being withheld from you intuitively, like you've been feeling like, I don't know, you just feel off. And when your intuition is blocked, guys, that's the word we usually use, right? We say, I don't know, I just feel off. That's really what we're talking about. It's our intuition, and we don't really use that word a lot, intuition, in regular conversations. We just say, I feel off today, or I feel like a little wonky. And Spirit is saying, we're going to bless your intuition. You're going to feel more connected to us. Our intuition, I like to think of it as like a direct line to God, or to Spirit, or to universe. It's our direct line. And so it would be best for us to practice meditations that focus on building stronger intuitions, or building a more focused and intentional focus on our intuition. I know I double used the word, but you know what I mean. Okay. A blessing on growing older. I love that. That's so interesting. Oh, that's so cute though. Anyways. So a lot of you, if you've been concerned about growing older, some of you, that could be a concern of yours, is that there's an energy of you feeling worried about turning 40 this year, or I don't know, older for different people, or it's just different, right? Some people turn 20 and feel like they're old. Yeah, forget about it. But like some people, at certain ages feel like, okay, I'm getting older, or I feel like I have to do more. I have to hurry up and live this life because I'm going to die tomorrow. I'm an old ass person, or whatever it is. So Spirit is saying, we're going to bless you're growing older. You're gonna grow old gracefully. You're becoming more wise. I love cards, by the way, that depicts the moon in the background, and you see the eclipse. I want to say that's the eclipse moon. Yeah. Okay. I just love it. And then we have the eclipse this weekend in Sagittarius. So, but that's a side message. But yeah, guys, I do feel as though there's a blessing on you growing older gracefully, and learning from your life and teaching others. I always see growing older as growing wiser, growing stronger, and giving back, right? So it's our responsibility as we grow older to teach the younger generation, to teach the people who come to us, right? Not everybody wants to hear our advice, right? And, whatever. But for those who do come to you, you do have a responsibility to share the things that you have learned, that have gotten you out of situations, or you have noticed about life, right? That has that you don't want other people to relive, or to live in general. So you will be getting a blessing on growing older, a blessing on your health. If you've been concerned about, I don't know, your growing older as relation to your health, you're getting a blessing on that as well, Spirit is saying. And so, wow. I mean, and this all, like, for me, guys, I don't know for you, but for me, this very much ties into feeling blocked, feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, feeling trapped even. I'll let you see the thumbnail. I mean, if you clicked into this video, you obviously saw the thumbnail. And I love that movie, Get Out. And so it was like it was so perfect, right? To like put that as a thumbnail in relation to the title and all that good stuff. So it's the feeling of feeling stuck in something, feeling sunken, feeling like you're in a place of depravity, feeling like something is just without a reach, and it's all an illusion. It's all a lie of the mind. And so Spirit is saying, please focus in on your perspective. Be more intentional with your thoughts. Understand that there's so many ways of going about getting what you want. And if you are in situations that you feel like you can't get out of, hurry up and learn the lesson. Okay? There's something in it that you need to learn, that spirit is not done with you, okay? And there's something that you need to learn and earn in order for you to move to the next level. That's for half of you. For the other half of you, change your perspective. Change the way you're seeing this. If you feel stuck at a job, change the way you feel. Why do you feel stuck? Challenge that thought. What is telling you you're stuck? Is someone handcuffing you to your desk at that 9 to 5 that you hate? Is someone telling you you can't send out your resume? Is someone saying that you can't go back to school? Is someone saying no, school is going to take forever and you don't want to take at least one class because you feel like, oh, it's going to take the rest of my life to finish this degree? Or you feel chained to the desk and you don't want to leave the school because you're afraid of what someone might say, or you're a quitter. There's so many ways in which we feel stuck, but it all comes down, in my opinion, this is one person's opinion, guys, so whatever, but it all comes down to how we see things. It's perspective. It's feeling stuck. The thought of being stuck is actually just a thought, and thoughts are invisible. You can blow it out just like you blow out a candle, and it can be gone and done within seconds, right? And we can go on to the next happy thought. We can replace those thoughts with good thinking. And so, guys, this has been a great reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope this reaches a lot of people, and I hope this helps people. That's the intention for this reading, is to help you. And if you enjoyed it, if you resonated, thank you for joining us here on Sadie Manifestation Tarot. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment below, and I'll check you on the next one. I will be doing individual readings soon, so look out for that, guys, and have a blessed week. Bye.